Does anyone have anything they'd like to say before we serve the meal? How about a few words from the best man?
So, since I knew this was coming, and since making Tony and Josie look bad for making me best man at their wedding is the last thing I'd ever want to do, and since I'm way better with a script to follow than I am off the cuff, I went ahead and wrote something for the occasion. I hope that's all right. And also, I decided to really show off and write it in rhyming couplets. I hope that's all right, too. Fellow guests, your indulgence as I share through this rhyme a digest of people I've known in my time. I've known welders and waiters and professional talkers, painters and printers and retired mall walkers, angels and scoundrels, ladies and lords, owners of Beamers and leasers of Fords. But out of the many who've been known to me, my most favorite of all are Joe's and Tony. How well I remember my first day of school, finding class, meeting Josie, as always, so cool. For a friend better than her, I could never have asked. From pre-K to grade 12, we two sure had a blast. We were sneaky and naughty and full of baloney, and it only got worse when at last there came Tony. Though my friendship with Josie I'll always applaud, Josie and Tony were two peas in a pod. There was no suspense right away, we all knew it. As long as life lasted, they'd be side by side through it. Like a foot in a sock, like a hand in a glove, they're perfect together and truly in love. So to both my best friends, let's all raise a glass, but don't forget, as we toast, I've still got the best ass. Worked a little blue there at the end. Hope you'll all forgive me. Josie, Tony, I love you both. Thank you for giving me the chance to tell you that in front of everybody we know. I wish you long life, good health, and many happy years together. To Josie and Tony! Probably gonna take off after dessert. No, you dance the night away. I've about had my fill. I'll get an Uber. The limo's for you two. I'm not gonna take the...
Hey, it's almost time to cut the cake. But first, let's have the toast to the bride and groom from the best man.
Hi, everyone. Me again. So, what can I say? What can I say about Josie and Tony that hasn't already been said by me a short while ago? Not much. Oh, I know. So, you know that whole something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue thing? You see how Josie's wearing that blue friendship bracelet? That's because she forgot to get something blue, but she remembered that she had blue shoelaces on her sneakers. So literally on the way to the church this morning, she pulled the laces from one of her sneakers and had her sister Amy, the maid of honor over there, twist up a bracelet, which I think looks very nice, right? So, if any of you come up to pay your respects, just make sure when you shake the bride's hand not to touch that blue thing on her wrist because she's been walking around on it for months and it's filthy. Anyway, I thought it was funny. You did too, didn't you? You look like you were trying not to laugh. This is Hannah, everybody, by the way, if you don't know her. Tony's cousin, Hannah. Good to see you. Some of the rest of you may not know, and also some of you may know, Hannah and I used to be an item last year for about a month. No hard feelings. Just one of those things. She's here with Mickey, the guy she dated before me. Good on you, Mickey. No shame in coming crawling back. I've never done it, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't. Mickey is also, unless I'm mistaken, responsible for that little bun that Hannah's got in the oven there. Yes? Yes. Look at you all looking uncomfortable, sitting there, watching this. How do you think I feel? I already shot my shot. I didn't know I was going to have to shoot another shot. I hate weddings. I wouldn't even be here if not for these two. All this tacky bullshit, fake flowers, fake crystal. Only thing real here is the booze. Thank fuck for that. I'm not mad. I'm not. No, Josie, sweetheart, I'm not mad. If I was mad, I wouldn't be mad at you. I know you and Tony didn't even want a big wedding reception or a big wedding or any of this. You just wanted to elope, but you decided to do this instead because you knew if you eloped, your fucking grandmother would be so disappointed. Oh, Josie, won't you let us throw you a proper wedding? Isn't that what you said? Hello, grandmother. Isn't that what you said? When you guilt-tripped your granddaughter and her future husband into doing all this shit they didn't want to do? Who gives a fuck what the people getting married want as long as you're happy, right? I'm glad they gave you a day pass from the nursing home so you could be here. We're all thrilled to see you. You know what? I hope the staff there really is stealing from you. Laughed at that one, didn't you? You know, like a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he said something about Hannah being pregnant. And he said, you and her dated, and then she got pregnant. You should think about that. And I was like, think about what? We broke up summer of last year. It's now autumn of this year. She's still pregnant. How long do you think people carry babies for? It's a human pregnancy, not fucking honky-tonk man's run with the Intercontinental title. It was Peter. He's who said that to me. I don't fucking care. Peter Edmonds, he's not here. Fuck him. He's an asshole. Do some math, idiot. What are you eyeballing me for? The DJ back there glaring at me. Hey, if you're getting impatient to play some more Faith Hill or whatever the fuck you've got in your lame-ass white people wedding rotation, don't let me stop you. Oh, what, Josie? Like you weren't thinking it too. Everybody can tell Tony picked the music. This is your fault anyway. Lady DJ, DJ lady. What is this even supposed to be? Before we cut the cake, let's have the toast from the best man. If this is the toast, what the fuck was what I did before? And if what I did before was the toast, which is what I thought it was, what is this? It's the shits, is what it is. It's the shits. I wrote something. I was told to prepare a toast, and I did prepare a toast. I wasn't told to prepare a toast and also a few words from the best man. So you gave me the floor and I did the toast, and you let me do the toast. If you knew what I was doing before wasn't supposed to be the toast, why'd you let it be the toast? Why'd you do this to me? Why'd you make me do this to them? My friends and loved ones, and also Mickey, who, if we're being real, I've never really cared for. It's not a jealousy thing. Long term, it wasn't going to work out between me and Hannah no matter what, so it's not a jealousy thing. I dislike you for who you are. But you know what? You want a motherfucking toast? What are you shaking your head for? Oh, I'm a pastor. I've never heard such raw talk before. Because you don't hear what your fucking sheep flock say about you when you're not around. That's what's going on there. Raise your glasses. Come on. Let's all raise a glass. Like I already said. And we already did, but fuck it. It's time for the toast. To Tony and Josie, my very best pals, for whom I've endured all your frowns and your scowls. With my very last breath, both of you I'll defend. You're my nearest and dearest, my friends to the end. This ain't bad, is it? May your marriage endure through thin and through thick, and if you don't like this toast, you can both suck my dick. Cheers, motherfucker! Do you need me for anything else? Because if not, I'm going to go ahead and get that Uber. No? Okay. Freedom! I think there's something you should know. I think it's time I told you so. There's something deep inside of me. There's somewhere else I'd rather be. Pick up now? Why, yes, I think so.